So y'all, there is indeed a divine masculine out there in the collective. Yes, a divine masculine for sure. That is the vibe and the message that I am getting. That is consistently causing problems within a relationship that he has with a feminine that he is just flat out intimidated by. I get the vibe that maybe she is not aware of this. She doesn't understand this. But we want to help her to understand it. What is going on with this man, first of all, and where is this intimidation coming from? Something about this woman constantly runs him in the opposite direction. He's just horribly intimidated. And they're in a relationship. Okay, what do you need to release? This man needs to release something. He's obviously insecure. And the conclusion for you, sis, it's in reach. You're just overlooking it. You're not seeing it. Okay? You need to go out and spend some time with your friends and get your mind right. Because this man keeps breaking things off with you. You're very sensual, divine feminine. You're very sensual. You got a lot of wisdom and a lot of passion. Okay, you're also a starseed. You're a very spiritual woman. You have a lot of spiritual ideas, a lot of spiritual concepts. You're very spiritually ascended. You have a lot to say in that direction. You're the type of girl that's doing positive affirmations. You know, you might be into yoga or you like to eat right. You really have your head about yourself when it comes to your spirituality. Okay, you're very grounded. You're always looking to start something new. We see touching earth, planning something new. And this man is just intimidated. And he keeps aborting things in the relationship. Okay, this is the vibe that I'm getting. And we're just trying to see why. This man actually isn't in the best health. Okay, bad health. This man isn't in the best health. He's not in the best mental health. He's just in a space where he can't take much. His mental and emotional health really is not all that. And he really wants to be the center of your attention. Do y'all see this main male? He really wants to be the center. Understand it, the center of your attention, okay? He is very adamant that you are the center. He is the center of your attention. This man wants to be wealthy. He wants to be stable all the way around. 1 + 3 is 4. 4 is about stability, security. This man is not stable and secure, and he cannot be the center of your attention. This man feels like his mental health and his not able to provide this, that, and the third, he feels like this is the reason he can't be the one. Okay, the main male. 3 + 1 is also 4. So his mental health is shabby all the way around. You know, it's shabby on all 4 sides, okay? This isn't somebody that is just sometimes that this person is like over emotional, struggles to stay stable and balanced, maybe a little greedy, you know, overeats, drinks a little too much, in the streets too much, laughs too much, party too, doesn't take life seriously. Okay? He's childish. He doesn't take life seriously. Okay, he wants to be a wealthy man. And let me tell you something. If this man had the money and he could be the one, where he was just sure he could secure you in a way where you just would never leave, he would marry you. He would marry you immediately. However, he doesn't believe that with his state of mind, you being a spiritual woman, you being so passionate, you being so exciting, you being somebody that seems to have just knowledge, a knowledgeable, and I'm getting a solid way about you. You're very solid. You're not flighty. You're not all over the place. You're just solid, and you like what you like, and you do what you do. You're sensual. You're sexy. I'm seeing a curvy, very curvy figure. And he's saying that with who I am today and who I don't see myself being tomorrow, I don't believe I will be the one for her. So he like doesn't carry the relationship all the way out. He keeps aborting it. He keeps running off. He keeps feeling judged. Adjudication. He feels judged. He feels judged on every level. 3 + 0 is 3. He feels judged on every level. Spiritual, mental, physical. This man feels very judged. And as a result, he judges you. This man can be very critical of you, very harsh. He tries to make it seem like the type of man that you want is just something silly. You looking for Superman. You think it's a fairy tale. You know, he tries to say things like that. He tries to be critical and cruel because the truth is he's critical and cruel of himself. He doesn't see himself being able to fulfill you. So he tries to make it seem like it's you. That's just the way he deals with it. Okay, his family even knows this. Family room. It's been discussions in his family. Now, he's not present when the discussions are had. We see this room is empty. This room is empty, and there has pictures of this woman in it. There are pictures of you in the room, meaning you are the topic of conversation. However, he is not present. But there's a lot of tea. We see these teacups here. There's a lot of tea on you and his family, and they're talking. They're like, I don't even know why he keeps trying to go over Felicia's house. He know what's gonna happen when he go. He's talking to Felicia again. What is wrong with this? Is the type of vibe, because they know every single time he gets involved with you, he's going to sabotage everything. He's going to sabotage things. This man is emotionally poor. We see poverty. He's emotionally poor. He's kind of like a poor thinker. He's rugged. This is a very rugged masculine energy. He may be good with his hands. He has no problem getting down and dirty. He hangs in the streets. He hangs with he's kind of like an orphan, but an adult. Do y'all remember back in the days when they would depict orphans in films? They was always like in a newspaper cap out in the park all day. You know what I'm saying? Like doing whatever they had to do to get a dime, selling newspapers, panhandling. He's not like broke in that kind of way. Like he's not a panhandler. He's just like a street urchin type. You know, he's shooting pool and throwing back Hennessy and hanging with the fellas, coming in at 3 a.m., sipping vodka. You know, he's that type of guy. And here he is trying to attach himself to you. And his family is like, is he out of his mind? This is a working man, though. He does work. I'm getting blue-collar vibes. He does work. He does work. He is a working man. And here it is. You are a privileged lady. We just put it. Privileged lady. So here you are with your little sophisticated self coming through being spiritual. You may be a woman that's into Ifa. You may be a woman that's a follower of Yoruba. You may even be a woman that's a follower of Islam. But you are a woman with a spiritual constitution. And here this punk is, you know, just hanging in there for all he's worth. Here we have thief, okay? Here we have thief. He's coming through. He wants to be known as the type of man that can get him a you. He's a street tough, okay? That's an old school phrase. He's a street tough. Everybody knows he's a street tough. Everybody expects him to be with a very street woman. You see this woman over here. You know, she looks like the laughy, talky, kiki type, you know, more the type that's in clubs. And, you know, she might hang in the street a lot herself, you know. She may smoke a little of this or, you know, they're expecting him to be with that type of woman. He wants to be with some privileged, upscale lady because he wants to seem like that type of guy. You know, I'm upstanding, wealthy. These two cards we pulled before. He wants to seem like that type of guy. And he really is not that type of guy. He resents you too in relationship to money. Release resentments about money. This man has some resentments towards you. You may make more money than him. Or maybe you're someone who you're not making more money than him today. But the type of occupation you have, it's really just a matter of time before you are making more money than him. It's kind of right around the corner. So he's really just kind of resentful. He's intimidated. He really doesn't see you as the type of woman that he can land. And he's constantly in a space of just creating problems. The minute that some intimacy happens between y'all, the minute y'all hands really touch inside this space of intimacy, like y'all really hit what you consider to be, oh my God, we're headed to the next level. That's the moment that he's going to create the problem. That's the moment that he's going to bail. Okay? The magician. That's the moment that he's going to start pulling tricks, pulling stunts. And he's been doing this for years. He's been doing this for years. He catches you in between boyfriends. Y'all have this 8 to 11 year, 12 year history. And he comes through. He's all in love. Everybody knows. But he cannot seem to carry things through. He just ain't got it in him to do. It's not something he can handle. He's very tricky. You know, he's tricky. He gets detached. King of Swords energy. He gets detached the minute that something happens or things look like they're not necessarily going his way. This is when he's going to detach. He's going to run off. And you are constantly sitting back like, what is the problem? Like, why does he keep falling back from me like this? It's because he's intimidated. He's intimidated. This guy, let me tell you something. He don't even always know what you're talking about. You start talking about your spirituality, he's sitting there like, yeah, okay, cool. Girl, he don't know what you're talking about. Do you hear me? Hear me good. Press your ear to your phone. Girl, that man don't know what you be talking about. Sitting up there talking about spirituality and you know, the reason why you cut back on pork, and talking about the divine this and the divine that, and all the reasons you one day want to take a trip to this and that cathedral. And he's sitting there like, right. That sound real fly. He has no clue what you talking about. And he's trying to sit there and you know, really seem like he might kind of be leaning towards that. But the truth is, he usually leaves you relatively confused and intimidated. And this is the point that he detaches. This is the point where you start having problems out of him. He's setting a conversation with you with his little palm sweating because you said something to him, you know, you messed around and used a word like cathartic. And he just melted inside like, man, oh, what you talking about, catharsis? Who is that? And now he done ran off. Okay? He runs off and leaves you holding the bag all the time. Queen of coins, Queen of pentacles, Queen of coins. And the bag in this case really being more of an emotional bag. 3 of wands. He runs off. But he runs off in a state. See all of this here? All these, you know, different. He creating all these different shapes and it's fire energy. And he runs off in a puff of smoke. You know what it is? Y'all know Rumpelstiltskin. Y'all remember him. The little fella that kept bothering that lady. Kept bothering that lady in the kept bothering that lady in the fairy tale. Remember, she was having a time with old Rumps. It was a shit show. The point is, remember, once he realized that she knew his name, because she kept being wrong, once she realized that she was like, no, you are Rumpelstiltskin. He just went up in a puff of smoke and disappeared. Like, he just blew away. Like, after all that big talk and you don't even know who I am. As soon as she was like, that's you Rumpelstiltskin. I know you, my cousins know you. This fool got out the way. We have never seen or heard from old Rumps again. Well, Lil Uzi Vert, maybe. Or maybe that Kodak Black. Nah, seriously. I just feel like we ain't heard from Rumpelstiltskin. At least not that one. No more. Y'all know he was I don't know if he was a little leprechaun. But the point is, that's how this man feels. He on some stuff like, he just loses all of his sense of masculinity when he has to deal with just how magnificent and magical, specifically magical, of a woman you are. Okay? He just is not really in position to handle that. You know, he resorts to tricks. Doesn't really work. He tries to detach. That doesn't really work. It's a lot of smoke and mirrors, his embarrassment running off. And he just leaves you holding the bag again and again. And it's just sickening. And you wonder why, but the truth is he just doesn't really have the tools to deal with you. So what we want to know next is, where does this ultimately go? Because, once again, childhood. Y'all, I really have, the childhood loves just, they show up in readings I do all the time. If y'all have been watching, y'all know that. 6 of Cups is just running us down. Where does this exactly go? Because we know he can't handle anything. He really has a thing for you because how long y'all have known each other. But he doesn't, again, we see on one hand that he's fixated on, oh my God, you know, I'm in love with Leslie. I've been feeling Leslie since we was this or that age. But then on the back end, it's like, he's kind of out in the cold. He doesn't really have the tools necessary to really, really, really pull this thing through. He just doesn't. He just doesn't. And once again, we see this King of Swords energy. His way of dealing with that is to detach and stand his ground and put a wedge between y'all, because he often just feels like he's not somebody that's capable of competing when it comes to you. This is just how he feels. He doesn't believe he could be that one, and that's really what he would want to be. This could be a harvest. It's something that you keep thinking like, you know, you really have love for him. You like, this could be great. Like, this could be great. You just keep thinking that. But it's just going to keep blowing up because he can't keep his crown on. The Tower. We got the Tower card. He can't keep his crown on in your presence. That's just not really, that's not something that he's really able to do. He really struggles with that. And he likes to feel like he's in his crown. He's not a man that finds it easy to learn from a woman. So just being in your presence, your passion, your dedication, your zeal for life, your education, the things you know, the things you talk about, the things you focus on, it's kind of difficult for him. But we do see that overall, you do have a hold on this man, okay? And it's something that really, really bothers him, you know, as far as it's frustrating for him being in love with you. It's very frustrating for him, and it's very frustrating for you to be in love with him. I mean, for him to be in love with you. The whole situation is frustrating. Emotionally, both of y'all are consistently kind of in a frustrated space as it relates to each other. But, you know, there's a vagueness to this situation that starts to show up right here. Even in spite of this agony, this emotional agony that y'all seem to cause each other, you're still going to try to kind of help him get his life together. Three of Pentacles energy, kind of explaining different things to him. Trying to help him kind of go from one phase of life to the other. But he's going to remain childish. Spirit looking for clarification. Where does this relationship go? Where is the ultimate vibe of this relationship? Because it gets muddled. We see it gets muddled. We see Five of Swords energy, just this continued competition. And him continuing to compete with you, but trying to be your boyfriend. Knight of Cups. Okay, Ace of Wands. We see a new beginning in there of him just still trying. And him staying focused on this trying. Again, do y'all see how this is kind of not, it's like it won't land? We see messages coming. It doesn't land. There's something about this that's like, okay, we see these cards was trying to get out at us. We see messages coming, new beginning. He makes an offering of marriage. Now, y'all saw the way we arrived at that, right? That went all around the mulberry bush. It took 150 trips. It kind of stalled. His family had to gossip about him in the background. We saw Kodak Black go up in smoke. We had to review the past of y'all's relationship. We had to find out that he doesn't quite feel like he's intellectually or monetarily ready to accept. We had to talk about that. This is how the relationship is going to go. You see what I'm saying? There's all of this fanfare surrounding the place where y'all arrive at, which seems to be a new beginning of him making an offering of marriage. But this relationship, this is what I can tell y'all for sure. This is not a relationship that takes a straight path anywhere. You guys may get married having never officially been in a relationship. If you understand what I'm saying. Y'all's childhood was full of unusual breaks. You may have gotten married and moved to another state for a while. You divorced. Now he has 2 kids. Y'all tried it again. He blows it up. Y'all tried it again. He blows it up. Y'all tried it again. He blows it up. Y'all go away for a weekend or something, have some kind of epiphany, and he just lands the plane. We also see that mentally, this man is shabby. And I kind of am getting a signal. This man needs help. Okay, so we see caution. Don't overwork yourself. We do see that caution coming through. Caution. Don't be in a hurry to accept the offer, though. Food and hunger. This man has a need. By next June, it'll all make sense. Yeah, this man has some wounds, maybe even from a past relationship. And he needs help. But there is true love energy between y'all. Just don't be in a hurry, okay? Don't be in a hurry. My card. I see this man that tore up my card. Look at him. He's destructive. There's something to know about him. His little destructive self. This man kind of needs somebody to hold his hand through something. And the whole picture will be clear by next June. But don't be in a hurry. Not to say that you shouldn't get involved with him, but he needs help. He needs help. And he's going to come in like everything is fine. But take it slow, because this man does need, he's in a different space in his life. And this different space, he needs someone like you, because his circumstance and his position in life has changed. And now he really needs someone. We see undying love and true love. But what's between y'all is very real. Just take your time, because there's something going on with this man, and maybe it's health. Remember, we pulled bad health early on. There's something going on with this man where he may need a bit of caretaking. And he's not just coming right out saying that. I don't think he's trying to use you. But what I will say is he grew up real fast. All of that hemming and hawing because he was intimidated by you. Once he got this news about his health, he said, you know what? I got to make a move. I need somebody real. I love her. I don't care if she is saying words I don't understand. Okay? I don't care if she did take me to that restaurant one time and I didn't even know what Pico de Gallo was. I got to have her. I need her. I don't have all this time left to be acting like a kid playing these games. Let me just call up, take her away for a weekend and get real fast. So take it slow and let him adjust to his new circumstances, his new mindset, and then make your final decision. All right. Thank you for reaching out to Divine Feminine Tarot T. Like, share, and subscribe. And make sure you like, share, and subscribe with Rumpelstiltskin, Kodak Black, okay? And Lil Uzi Vert while you at it.